Hey good people, welcome to Freedom with Fridah, the best space for personal growth, entrepreneurship, and a little bit of music because fun is necessary. Now, it's been 3 years, guys, since I quit my job, and I am excited to share a few of the things I've been able to achieve and some of the things and lessons I've been able to learn from all this journey. And in the last 3 years, I've been outside the employment world. Now, if you're new here, kindly subscribe. If you've been here since day one, thank you so much for supporting this girl, and let's dive into it. Now, achievement number 1, I've been able to focus on my company and my business without really getting distracted. For those who know, I have a video I did on what it is that I used to do before I quit my job. So I used to still have a few of my things going on my business, and then I realized I'm not focusing a lot on it, so I was not giving it 100%. But when I quit my job, I had all the time now to give it 100%. So it's been like a growth for my company, which I appreciate. It's been a step by step, and I can see it paying. It pays, guys. You can see the growth. So seeing my business grow and seeing some of the achievement I've been able to achieve over the years, it's been one of the biggest achievements I've been doing, and I love to see myself grow and to see that what I built as a baby is now becoming an adult, which is my business. Achievement number 2, I've been able to focus on YouTube, which I think I would not have done it during my employment times, because I mean, when you're employed, there is 9 to 5 job, and also you need some time, to get back home and prepare for again getting to work the following day. But when you're self-employed, you choose what time to wake up, you choose what time to you set your time onto what are the activities you want to do that day, and so you can create time for more other things, which I'm able to create time for my YouTube channel, which is something for over the years I really wanted to do, and now I'm happy to be able to do it and share some of the things with you guys, and especially on personal growth and entrepreneurship. Achievement number 3, I've been able to network better and more. I think I've gained more of people who we can work together, we can partner, we can think the same since I got out of employment. I think this comes in because you get time to focus on what you want to do. You're able to know what it is that you want in life. You know your purpose, you know what you're driving at, and every time you're focusing on that, you're always looking for people around to connect with. So I would say right now it's been the best network I've had over the years. People I know I can reach out to in case I need advice on something. People I know I can reach out to in case I want to work on some areas of my business and even other aspects of life. So I think getting that time to socialize and be able to create a space for other people has given me a better network. Now, achievement number 4, I am a better saving person. Saving in terms of money. When I used to be in the employment sector, I can promise you saving was not a skill I had. Because again, I think it comes with knowing you have a salary every end of the month, and it makes you somehow comfortable. It gets you to a comfort zone. And unless you're very conscious about it, you'll find that years will come and go, months will come and go, and there's nothing you can really, if something happens, like you lose your job, you have nothing really to survive on, or you have nothing to show for the following day or the following week or the following month. But getting out of this employment and getting onto the business world has taught me a lot of saving skills, because guys, you never know. When you're here and you're doing business, anything could happen to your business. You wake up and there's no client, you wake up and there are no deals, and you remember you have rent to pay, you have food, you have a stomach to fill, you need to dress up and all that, you need insurance and your NHIF and all that. So saving has been the one thing that I think getting into the business world, I call it an achievement, because I think the hardest thing to do is to put money aside and just save or invest. We are so used to money comes, we use it, money comes, we use it. But when you have that self-discipline of saving money and investing it, for me, that's an achievement. Now, achievement number 5. I think the last 3 years has been the best years in terms of self-discipline. Of course, the first year I was struggling with it, because when you're used to a job, there are somehow things that are already planned for you by your employer. You wake up, there's a reporting time, 8:30, go to work, you're supposed to do this, these are some of the achievements you need to do, up to the evening, go back home. So when you get to the world where you set targets for yourself, you get more disciplined, you're able to choose what to do and what not to do, and if you don't follow the self-discipline part of you fail. A lot of things will start failing, and The good thing with it, or should I say the bad thing, is you are able to see that right then. Like, you don't call a client, you lose business. All right, if you did get to an office for a proposal, you don't get that proposal. If you don't focus on the activities you said you do that day, you don't achieve it, and by evening you can tell, okay, I lost here. And all that accumulates, and within a month, 2 months, 3 months, 1 year, you're able to see, okay, I did not do much. But when you're employment, somehow the company helps you work through. So self-discipline is one of the biggest thing I think I have achieved from being self-employed, which is maybe the best thing, because self-discipline not only applies on businesses, entrepreneurship, and all other things, but also applies on life. The habits, the bad habits, you gotta stop. The characters that you've been carrying along because you don't have to fight that much. The rude you have to stop because you're rude to a client, you lose them, and all those things. So I think self-discipline has been the biggest achievement, if not my business. I think it comes second after my business. Now let's talk about lessons, because I know there are some of you who've been struggling in this employment sector. Maybe you want to quit, or maybe you get into business, get into self-employment, or you want to quit and get to a job that you love more. So there is that transition, and I know there's fear, there's anxiety, there's you're not sure of what to do. So what are some of the lessons I've been able to learn from the 3 years I have been self-employed? Lesson number 1: self-discipline is sexy. Period. Like, I don't need to see anything else. If you're this person who's self-disciplined, trust me, you're going to be a sexy person. You're going to be an attractive person. You're going to be a loved person. Self-discipline somehow is sexy. It's the best thing I think we can own when it comes to the business world and even in life. So self-discipline is sexy. Own it, look for it, work on it, and hold on to it. Lesson number 2: it's tough. It's tough out here. Don't let anyone tell you, oh, I got out of employment and now I'm happy, it was easy. It's not. It's the hardest thing. It's the hardest thing, guys. It's the hardest thing. And that's why you find that most businesses fail in the first year of starting them, because we get excited, we get moving, and we have all these expectations that it's going to turn out to be okay, only to realize that it's a lot. It takes a lot. So it's tough. You need to just know it's tough, and I think by knowing it's tough, you get prepared for whatever is coming and be able to face it the right way. So I have learned that it's tough, and sometimes you might actually get to a point where you feel like, okay, I need to get a job. I need to get another job that can be giving me salary every end of the month. Lesson number 3: if you don't go for what you want, you'll never get it. It's that simple. If you don't leave that job that you hate so much and focus on getting a better job, or getting into business, or getting into self-employment, you still live in it. Like, for 2 years in the first bank I was working for, would I say working for or working with? Both. I think I was working for, because I was not really happy. But if for 2 years I struggled to live, I was like, okay, I'm leaving, then what? Sometimes you gotta go for what you want and fight for it until you get it, because if you don't do that, you never get it. That's just it. If you don't go for it, you never have it. So if it's a business, if it's self-employment, if it's that dream, if it's that goal you're working towards getting, if it's that car, is that house, go for it. It's not just going to happen. You have to push and go get it. Lesson number 4: it gets better with time. Period. Those people who say time heals, they were very true. They were very correct. It gets better with time. When you quit your job, the first few days was tough for me. Like, I struggled trying to figure out. For me, I think I knew that I needed to leave my job, and I knew it's not easy, but sometimes getting to the reality of it hits you hard. But I've realized the last 3 years, it gets better with time. When you get into business, you have probably this 1 idea or 2 ideas. With time, you grow so many ideas, so many ways of doing this business, reaching out clients. You become better at what you're doing. You attract more clients, you attract more customers, you become a better person, you grow, and it encourages you every single day to become a better person. So time, I think, is everything. Time is what you need, and it gets better with time. Lesson number 5: very few people will believe in you. Don't expect them to. Very few people will support you. Even your family, even your best friends, even the people around you. They will mock you. They will wait for you to fail. They will remind you of the days you used to earn a salary. They will remind you of the things you used to time employed. They remind you of the little money you had when you employed. Very few people will support you. Don't give up. Don't give up. You have to be prepared to be alone. You have to be prepared for some time to walk alone. But this one thing I want to guarantee you, that once you make it, once your business is doing good, once you're out here and they can see what you went for and the fruits that it's bearing, they will come back. Now it's you to choose whether to bring them back or not. But don't judge them, don't hate them, don't be bitter. It is just what the world is. Very few people support people when they're starting off. They don't believe in those things you're believing in. Not everyone will believe in the dream you have, and you have that one person who believes in it. Work with them. Work with them. But just so you know, very few people will support you, and it's okay. You're going to be lonely. You're going to be alone. But just know that it's going to be just for a few years or a few months, and you're good to go. All right, so my next video, I'll be talking about some of the things you need to put in place before you think of quitting your job in 2020. So thank you so much for subscribing, and watch out for the next video. Always speak well of yourself. Until next time, bye.